boys and girls, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Saturday. I'm going to shut this door, baby. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. And if you're not, act like you are. That way, everything's copacetic. This is how I choose my daily pocket knife carry. Now, I'm going to raise y'all up a little bit. I don't want to make you seasick, but maybe you can get a better angle of what we're doing. Gerbs, are you here, my man? So we're doing this live for two reasons. One, to kind of show Gerbs how you do a live in the vertical, right? Matthew, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I know things are a little fuzzy and hazy, but here's what I want to do. So this is twofold. This right here, hey, Bubba, Steven, y'all come on in. Good seeing you, James. Stefan, how are you? Guys, Stefan's over in Austria, and he is an amazing, amazing dude. Gerbils, what's up, buddy? EDC sharpening. All right, so this one's going to be more of just kind of a chilling and chatting. Y'all see my guy Gerbs there? Todd Carr, how are you, buddy? Good, Gerbs, good. So what we want to do is we want to get Angry Dracolope to 1,000 subscribers if he's not there. And then I wanted to show Gerbs kind of how this works in the live format. We're going to do that this way. This is full of knives from top to bottom. These are knives that I actually carry and I choose kind of my daily routine or my weekly routine from. I keep them here. They're right as I go out the door so I can pick. I also keep newer knives here that I'm going to do reviews on. So, Gerbs, if you'll notice, I'm not there, Scabo. Okay, so if you're 15 or 20 away, man, we got 18 people in here. Let's get Drac to 1,000. Well, Gerbs, here's the deal. This is part of the collection. The top stuff is my pocket knives. Now, not my, how can I say this? All right, so like the stuff I actually carries in here, I keep my more expensive pocket knives in my room in a separate place. But this is kind of where I pick the daily. There's my Cold Steel 5 Max. I carry this a lot if I'm going camping or something like that. It is a huge, huge knife, okay? But I like carrying this. Okay, so if I'm going hiking or camping, and when I'm done with this video, I'm actually going to do a video in my How Not to Survive series based on experience today. So these are some of my bigger Cold Steels. If I carry something like this, I don't carry a fixed blade. These are kind of woods knives for me. They're do-everything knives. They both have the triad lock. I also carry them to work. This one's a fun knife. It's the Espada. I don't carry it a lot. I don't like to act like I do, but there are days that I do. So we have Cold Steel in here. I have my Metusa. This is a knife when I'm not wearing overhauls that's with me every day. It was made in the USA. A guy that I met at Rewild Outdoors camp out this year. Oh, I love my Espada too. Drac, Todd Carr shouted you out. Dude, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you doing that. Also, guys, y'all answer me this question because I don't know when can you go live in the vertical format, because I'm trying to help Gerbs out with this. Robin, what's up? Yeah, great knife. The Mountain Man. I got mine in the back. I love that damn thing. My eye's floating bad today too, so I'm sure I'll have to hear about that. Here's the deal. So what I'm trying to do is help Gerbs out on going live in vertical like we're doing. Would love to see a scab knife design. Hold on one second, man. Let me see. Y'all hold on one second. Bask in the sweetness of the knives. Y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna grab my knife. Doodle-doo. Doodle-doo, 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 doodle-doo. Doodle doodle, doodle doo. Pardon me, Tucker. All right, guys, thank y'all for being patient. Pardon me, sir. So here are 3 knives. Now, I don't design knives, and I'll tell you why. There is a solid reason for it. I like being on YouTube. I like doing YouTube-y stuff. I like reviewing other people's knives and demonstrating them. I collab, and here's what a collaboration is. My collabs are with Jed Hornbeak. He asked me, Scab, what do you look for in a knife? I tell him, and then I let him use his discretion. So this is the Choir Boys Outdoors Camp Knife Sheep's Foot. Now, we're calling it the Choir Boys Camp Knife because if it's Choir Boys Outdoors Camp Knife, that's cock. Chris, come on in, buddy. So this one is one of them. That's a sheep's foot. The Choir Boys Camp Knife, and remember, these are knives that I've had a hand in. I didn't design them, but it's things I look for in a knife. He's about to do another run of these. Heavy Set Tactical is actually putting out a review on one. This one's in 3V. Jed is fixing to do a run of these in 1095. This one I love. Oh, that sucks. Where are you at, Robin? Bushcraft rebooted. How are you? Yeah, well, what I was trying to do, Bubba, is I was trying to explain how the difference in going live on your channel and then going live in shorts like we're doing here. Because like right here, we've already got 106 people in here. If I do that on my channel, with Blade Talk, we may or may not get that depending on who's in. This is the Scabber Stabber. This is a Jed Hornbeak creation that I collabed with him on. There probably will never be just an out-and-out design that's mine. It would be distracting, maybe down the road, but this one is my war dagger. A lot of people say it looks like a Gladius. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. When I do these collabs, and I want to be up front with this, I don't do them for other people. It's things I like. So I had people, I would do this. Well, then that's what you should do, because I don't do these to sell them. I don't do them. Now, Jed sells them, and I like for him to do that. I don't make anything on them, don't want to. But this is the Scabber Stabber. This was actually made by Jed for me to use, and the damn thing's so gorgeous. There goes the lovely Megatron. The thing's so damn gorgeous, I just haven't. Believe it or not, that's 1095 steel, G10 handle scales. The leather Jed did himself. Y'all check that out. Jed's sheaths are insane. Now, black leather, thick black leather, and then we've got the red ostrich skin. Jed Hornbeak knives. Look him up. Dude's awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Go out. Well, and the lives go out to everybody. That's why every now and then you get some knuckleheads. But my point, Gerbs, is if we can get you alive in the shorts, you get a lot more traffic. You get a lot more people coming through, and it's good for engagement. Here's the deal. I like helping other channels. I really do. I enjoy that. I've said this to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law recently. While I do enjoy attention, if I didn't know what me on here, I mean, let's just be real. I don't enjoy all the attention, right? So I wanted to do this to show Gerbs, but while I'm here, let's help some other people out, okay? This is a knife that was sent to me by Heavy Set Tactical. Cemetery Gates, man, it's good to see you. Oh yeah, you're going to get a lot of trolls. You're absolute. But here's what that does too. It puts more eyes on your stuff. It gives you more engagement, and you can always just block them if you don't like it. This was a knife that was sent to me by Heavy Set Tactical. I am excited. I'm going to try to get the video out on it this weekend. Leather sheath. Now, he gets his from Badger Claw Outfitters, his sheaths. The knife he made by hand, everything, grinds, everything. That's the Hunter. And I'm having to shoot this facing me. Y'all check that out, man. This one is in Nitro V. I can't wait to do this one. It's his Hunter design. If you notice, Jonathan put a lot of time and effort into that. If y'all aren't subscribed to Heavy Set Tactical, you need to do so. This is like his first line coming out. Yeah, that's true too. Gerbs, pay attention to Todd and to Bushcraft Rebooted. They know a lot about the community. But this one's Heavy Set Tactical. Reviews coming on it this weekend. I love this thing. Great little camping knife. Now, he asked me about the sheath on it. See how deep that sits? This style of knife, I don't mind it sit. Typically, I'd like to where I could get it and pull it quick, but what I'll probably do is put me a small lanyard on it. The fit's so good, I may even carry it like that. This is truly like a hunting, fishing, camping, bushcrafty type. I love this knife. So the review on it's coming. I'm going to show y'all one. The Scabber Stabber is my pride and joy. I'm going to show y'all a couple crazy ones, and then we'll go back to our standard stuff. This one is made by Jed Hornbeak. This is the Cerberus. It is absolutely awesome. Yeah, and I love both those brands, Work Tough and TRC. This is the Cerberus. Now, remember too, Jed Hornbeak is a custom maker out of Tennessee. He does, and I'll tell you this about Jed. This is why I love Jed. This is why I shout Jed out. One, he is a hell of a maker. Two, Jed makes things he likes. If you buy him, you buy him. If you don't, you don't. And he's one of the most humble guys you'll ever meet in your life. Just an amazing human being, really is. So when I say that, he doesn't say it like an ass, but he makes stuff he likes, and if people like it, they like it. Yet, please, y'all give me some likes. What is my most expensive knife or weapon? I have a Randall Model 1-7. I think that was over $1,000. Medford. So I don't have anything super expensive. I got a couple right at $1,000. I'm very, very fortunate and very, very blessed to have the collection I have and been gifted so many. The Cerberus is kind of crazy, and I never take that for advantage. I never take that for granted. Here's one that I love. Now, again, Jacob Peterson, Exodus Knife and Tool. This one I love. Now, I don't own a single Bark River, not one. And it's not that I don't like them. I just hadn't started down that pathway yet. I've got several Bark River reviews. Love them, absolutely do. But I had maneuvered in a different manner. Bark River will be coming up. They have some phenomenal stuff. But this is the Jackalope. I absolutely adore this thing. What is my most favorite? Well, the Scabber Stabber is my most favorite because I had a hand in it, if that makes sense, and because of the way it is. It would be my most, I got three big knives. The Preacher, the Kodiak from Work Tough Gear, and probably the Dragoth, the original Dragoth, are three. Yeah, Bark River's awesome, man. Ali, how are you? Bark River's awesome. They do a phenomenal job. And I've been blessed. You can leave them in here. They're not hurting. The dogs are joining us. This is just an impromptu live, by the way. So thank you guys for sharing and spending your time. Another custom guy that a lot of you have heard of, Bark River. This is just an impromptu live, by the way. So thank you guys for sharing and spending your time. Another custom guy that a lot of you have heard of, Bark River. is William Collins out of Texas. This is the Field Lord Jr., good little bushcraft knife. Now, the thing about William is he uses compound grinds, but you sharpen it all the same way. So and this one, I believe, already has the bevel set for you. So it's a compound grind that you can sharpen at the same time, which is cool. And his stuff is sharp as shit. That's how this finger went from being able to bend to I can't bend at all. This is the finger I about cut off. That was an enjoyable experience. Another one is the Gray Man. Doo-doo-doo. This is one of my favorites. Now, the boys from Fuel the Fire, J.J. Morris and Mike Simmons teamed up with William Collins on this one. This one is a Kephart style, Kephart inspired. Adam, how are you? Dude, they're worth putting your hands on. I'll say that. William's stuff comes super sharp. Fixed blade that holds up to salt water. So that's a great question. Are there any brands? Let me answer the one and then I'll go into that. Fuel the Fires. Speak of the devil. Those are the boys that designed this. So a fixed blade that's salt water is so caustic. Give me some time on that. That's where you really want to know your steels. There were a couple that I liked. I had a Boker, and before everybody poo-poos on it, it was a budget knife, but I think it was like 440A, so it wasn't good steel, but it had great corrosion resistance. I had to sharpen it a lot. I liked it a lot, and let's just be real. 99% of the stuff, salt water is going to tarnish. But, oh, absolutely, JJ. Absolutely. While you're here, if y'all aren't watching Survival Dispatch, good Lord, they have one of the best common sense camping survival channels out there. JJ and Mike and Jason. There's a whole team of guys. I don't know them all. But check those guys out, Fuel the Fires and Survival Dispatch. And this is their knife. I'm in love with this one for a couple of reasons. One, AEB-L is my favorite steel. It's an old steel. People don't realize that, but it is. William Collins has a phenomenal heat treat on it. I like that I like the grind. Now, this is not a compound grind. It's the same all the way up. One thing that William does, let me see. I'm shooting this on my phone. But Gerbs, you see how many people will pass through? That's why I'm trying to encourage you to do them this way. This thing is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, a good dive shop. Thank you, Bushcraft. Check out Todd Cars. Companies I don't like. Let me say this up front, and I'm going to stop saying let me say this. I watched my self-defense video the other day. I watched that. Lord, it was hard for me to get through because I said, let me say this about 4 times. That's when I wish somebody just run up and smacked me in the head. Meg volunteered to do it. Companies that I don't like. It's not that I don't like the people because there's some good people that work there. And one of the reasons I don't run companies down on here is if you really think about it, if you really, really think about it, typically when we have something that we don't like about a company, it might be an interaction with the owner. It might be an interaction with customer service. It might be an interaction with an individual, right? And I try not to let that one interaction tarnish. And here's the thing. I've got a small channel. Well, we got like 128,000 subscribers. I do that a lot too. In the spectrum of things, that's not large. But a lot of people watch the channel. And I've come to realize that there's been times where I've cut up and kid around. I don't want to damage a business. Having said all that, knives that I don't own or I don't like just because I don't like their designs, I don't like Essie and I don't like Benchmade. And people probably just fell out all over the world. Nothing wrong with them. They make good knives. It's just not my jams, if that makes sense. As far as poor interactions with anybody, no. I wish Cold Steel had a little better customer service. And the only reason I say that is a little bit of customer service will go a long way. This community, and it doesn't matter who it is, what area you're in, if you're a hunter, a fisherman, a collector, most knife guys and gals, at the end of the day, if you respond to them, if you listen to them, if you at least make an effort, I found this community can be very, very forgiving, very loving. But when you just don't do anything, and when you constantly just basically give everybody the bird, it's hard to recommend things. You know, I do lives through StreamYard, and I think that is slowing the sub count as well. I like the StreamYard, Gerbs, but I want to push you to these. That's why I'm asking, guys, if y'all know, Todd, good seeing you, brother. Always good seeing you. If y'all know if you have to have like 1,000 subscribers, somebody let me know. But if you'll notice, Gerbs, and it's not just because of the size of the channel, you get all kind of folks coming through, which is good. I've gotten people subbed off of this type of thing that had no clue we existed. We're like a hidden little world. Let me go through a few. What do you want to see? Fixed blades, pocket knives, pocket fixed blades. What? Oh, I did want to show this just so everybody will leave me alone. I do have a $5 Walmart a $5 knife from Walmart. Ricky, how are you? Calhoun, Mexico. I've seen a couple of your videos, and without a doubt, I've given a different use to my variety of hunting fishing knives. Hey, I appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Thank you. Don't ask me what's up, Daytona. But you know you're only about 45 minutes from me, as the crow flies. Which, what is that? I don't know. But I got my $5 Walmart knife. I'll do a video on this. I just did a video on the Dolica. It's $1.25. Now, I could have shattered it in about 30 seconds. I didn't. I actually used it. Is it good? No. It's $1.25. But if you're on you know what? I'll tell y'all this. If I was going on a fishing trip, Donovan, what's up, man? Michael, come on in. Yeah, I see that. But I think some of that is when you go from a single owner just to a big corporate thing. Now, I'll say this real quick. We had Lynn Thompson on for an interview a couple months ago. Lynn's no compete runs out December 2025, and he's still full of juice. So that would be awesome. Let's see if you need a cut. Yeah, that's right. If I was going, and I'll give y'all a good example today, and when I get off here, I'm gonna go up there and shoot a quick video on what not to do. If I was going fishing, and which would be rarity that I walked out without it. This water, St. Johns River down to where we are is brackish. I'll be honest with you, if I was just in a pinch, in a hurry, there's a Dollar Tree on the way to the boat ramp, I'd stop by and get me one or two of those Dolicas. They're $1.25. If the sumbitch falls over the boat, it's $1.25. So, just about anybody knows. Yeah. You guys, that's exactly right. Just about any knife is better than what I can make out of natural materials for survival. I would take any of those knives on a survival challenge over quartz. Yeah, exactly. Hey, JJ, do me a favor, man. I just made that self-defense video. I was inspired by 411 Outdoors. He did a video on 3 heavily regulated weapons for self-defense. I think he did guns, knives, knucks, slapjacks, but then he gave some good, what am I looking for? Replacements, some other good. I took that and ran with it, did the same thing. A couple of guys did. Would you watch 411 Outdoors, 3 heavily regulated? It's only 7 minutes. Mine, of course, is 18 minutes. Would you make a response to that? I think it would be good to get yours. Jim, I appreciate that, man. Matthew, good seeing you, buddy. Brian, yeah. The file. Surgeon, Koskin, Yeah, I know where Turkey's at. I'm glad you guys are coming. Yeah, I'd love to get your take on it, JJ. And again, Angry Dracolope, JJ, BC Gerbs, Bushcraft Rebooted. You guys go check them out, man. Great channels. But come on in anyway, 865. I'll tell you this on the Knucks. Brass knuckles, at least where I'm at, are an absolute no-fly, no-go. They just, for me, personally. Now, I think what gets lost a lot of times is we talk about self-defense and everybody wants to talk about self-defense. And what most people are thinking is self-defense isn't self-defense. Going in a bar, running your mouth, somebody knocking your running lights out, and you getting mad and getting wet, that's not self-defense. Somebody coming at you to do great bodily harm and you defending yourself, that's self-defense. And then there is no rules. But what you do have to be mindful of, you don't want to walk around with a pair of brass knuckles. I'm telling you, you don't. You just don't. Don't ask me how I know you don't. One, if you hit somebody, you're probably going to kill them. You're probably not just fighting somebody normal in a self-defense situation. Again, we have to be mindful of what self-defense is. Arguing with somebody on the streets and then busting their ass with brass knucks, dude, you're going to jail. In the United States, you're going to, and should. Now, if said person's trying to jump on your wife or your grandkid, well, yeah, a table leg, a pole, kick their teeth, whatever. But that isn't the case. See, everybody always acts like when they do these survival videos that they're going to get jumped by SEAL Team 6 or a group of ninjas. No, most of the time it's a bunch of tweakers, right? I mean, if we're just being honest. And as far as qualifications go, let me just say this. I don't have many at all. I'm not the guy to listen to on self-defense. I cannot tell you that enough. But I do got a bullet hole in this leg. Thank God he wasn't a better shot. So I've been in a little. Jessica, I am not. I promise you I'm not. Yes, thank you, dumb comment awards. Yes. Yeah. And I don't want anybody getting in. Here's the other side, man. Just from me to you, I don't want you getting in trouble. Why? Well, I heard Scab say to carry brass knuckle. No, you didn't. There's so many things. You know what I think helps more than any of it? I think common sense, situational awareness, trying to do the right thing as best you can. There's always mitigating factors. There's always those 1 in a million. Dwayne, come on in, buddy. Good seeing you. There's always those type of things, right? There's always those factors to self-defense. Well, what if? I get it. I get it. But if you just have to be smart. And if you carry a firearm, know what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say about it. I don't show them on here because I'm not going to get... Yeah. Yes, I know 100%. And let me tell you this. When I hadn't been out of high school long, my cousin went to a party. And my cousin, I had been dating a girl that another guy liked. The guy got drunk and he sucker punched him. And he hit him with brass knuckles, shattered all of it. 6, 7 reconstructive surgeries. For what? For somebody neither one of them were going to marry, who can't even remember their name. So while they're dope to look at, yeah, it is. It is. Common sense is rare, but I tell you what, common sense will get you out of a lot of situations. Again, I don't do the firearms here, and this is why. Across all platforms, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube's actually the most lenient. You can't do anything with them, right? Doesn't mean I don't have them, doesn't mean I don't believe in it. It's just, I fight YouTube enough over knife content. I'm not fighting them over that. I get asked a lot, and my channel really, for all the knives and for all the crazy knives we have and all the goofy knives we have, I just love knives. Here's one that you're not going to bushcraft with, but you got to be careful carrying. This thing gets aggravating. I like it and I don't. It is the Platypus by Kubi. Now, this is not a knife you can carry concealed in Florida. And that's the other thing. Just know know your rules. There's the tie light. I love that. But again, yes, it is. Yes, it is. De-escalation is a seriously underrated skill. Yes, it is. Jesus, I would say any of them. I would say any of them. Any kind of self-defense fixed blade. Anything that you can use. And here's what happens, guys. A lot of guys buy knives for self-defense, having never used them, not knowing how to use them correctly, and they either get hurt or hurt somebody. And before anybody says that's the point, no, the point is to get away. This one I like, Jesus. It's the RMJ U-cap. You can wear it scalp, Nitro V Steel, good little tough fixie. But here's the thing for me, when it comes to these fixed blades and things like that, I simply do not carry a knife only for self. I just don't. Because in my job, I use a knife every day. I grew up using them. YouTube has become a second job. I use a knife on here every day. But this is, I don't. You got any bullnose knives? No, but I'll look them up. Patrick? Yeah. Yeah. I think what happens, guys, is this. Everybody gets used to social media where you can literally type what you want. Say whatever you want about somebody's mom, their kid. I mean, think about all the things we've seen, typed and said, with no repercussions. Oh, they took your comments away but they get used to doing that. And then when you get out on the street, which street is so far different from the internet. I work every day with people of every ethnicity, every color, creed, and we don't ever argue. We get along. We talk shit. But if you listen to the internet, it's falling apart. But my point to all of it is this. People get used to and comfortable saying whatever they want on the internet, and they get out in public, and instead of de-escalating, instead of reading the room, instead of going, hey, you know what? I don't have a computer screen. Shit gets real and people get hurt. And that's stupid. I do too. I carry a knife if I need it, I need it. Yeah. Dumb Comments had some of the best comments on here, Dumb Comment Awards. Seth. Yeah, if you grew up, obviously y'all can tell I'm in the South. That's right. That's right, Derb. Hey, listen, I used to hear a bunch of old men say, oh, we never used to pull guns. And then I got to think about, we didn't either. I'll tell you all this. I grew up in South Georgia. I was born here, grew up in South Georgia. Two dudes got in a fight one day after high school, and this was 86, 87, something like that. One of the guys asked, well, this is high school. One guy lost bad. He went and got the rifle off the back of his gun rack in his truck. I want to tell you something. That dude took one of the worst ass whippings from everybody, people that were with him. You just didn't do that. Now, instead of doing anything, they get the gun. And that's not going to change. I wish it would. I'm not against it. Also, the boss man, are you kidding, to the Rollerson? Retype that one. Are you related to the Rollerson? No. I know some Rollersons, Owen and some of those. Yeah, Christian, that's exactly right. Most people, y'all know, if y'all follow this channel, I cut my sandwich every day at Jimmy John. And I started posting some of those on TikTok, and I guess this guy asked him not to cut it. Yeah. Last year when I started going, I said, hey guys, I got a little YouTube channel. I'd like to cut my sandwich, as long as is that a problem? No, sir. Don't cut nobody in here. Cool. So that's what I do. What do y'all think? They forgot to cut my sandwich? I don't hide from that. Okay, question. What's your preferred tip? Tonto clip, spear point. I am a sucker for clip points. Nala, greetings to Germany from Florida. You know what? Here's the deal. I started out like a monster clip point fan. I still love them, but having the channel and getting knives in to review, it kind of forces your hand. Now, Megatron is a monster Tonto fan. Seriously, that's her preferred tip. I like a drop point. I like a recurve. I was just going to show you. I'm leaning more and more to the Tonto. This is the new Bulldog I got from Emerson. Chisel grind. But honestly, out of all of them, I like a drop point or spear point. Let's see. I'm trying. I'm trying. Impossible. Thank you. I think part of it is I'm just getting old, you know. You get old, you slow down a lot. I do too, Dr. Duck. I do too. All right, guys, I need to wrap this up. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the interaction. Thank you for helping the channel out. BC Gerbs, Angry Dracolope, Survival Dispatch, Bushcraft Rebooted, all the guys that have channels in here, check them out. I need to go make a video. Hey, Gerbs is going live now. Let's jump over there with him. I love y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son. Y'all have a good one.